When it comes to the brain, there are a few terms on there that were really not visible on the sheep brain that are represented on the human brain, but not even all the human brains. Most of the human brain models back there at the back are this hard plastic. And those are good models, nothing wrong with them. But this one is unique. I call this the Nerf model. You can use it to play brain ball outside. Sport. This particular one shows some structures really, really well. And it starts with this one right up the midline. That line right there is the central sulcus. Okay, so the Nerf brain shows the central sulcus really well. The other brain models don't really show it, and certainly it's not on the sheep brain. So right there, this line is the central sulcus. And if you recall, if you're starting from the front and you're coming toward the back, before you get to the central sulcus, there's this ridge. What's the name of this ridge?
Precentral gyrus.
Precentral gyrus, good.
Oh, that's what we just
And then
said.
after you get past the central sulcus, there's a ridge on the back side. Post-central gyrus. Yeah, so two gyri, precentral and post-central. And from lecture, if you remember, the precentral is your primary motor cortex, and the post-central is somatosensory. Motor and sensory. All right, so those three items are found on this Nerf model. So
It's probably
make
going to
sure
be too
you have a
long.
look at that at some point
Probably going to
today.
be too long.
On the spinal cord cross-section model. You better be good.
What? What? Your face isn't even in this.
I'm staring at your camera.
Oh. Well, then I'll put your face in it.
Your face is not even in it?
No.
Oh, that's your fault. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
Do you want your face in it? I'm sorry. There you go.
No,
Oh, okay.
really, I don't know.
You want to say everything?
So, these are the spinal nerves that come off the spinal cord. Okay, they're just the tips here. And as the spinal nerve kind of emerges in and leaves, it splits into roots. Right? You've got the root that's on the back side, the dorsal root, and then there's a root that's on the front side, and that's the ventral root. So if you recall, the dorsal root contains sensory information. And there's even a little dorsal root ganglion right here. That's a little bump. So this information is flowing into the spinal cord, the sensory information through the back. And then it leaves the spinal cord on the front side through the motor root. Okay, so sensory roots on the back, motor roots on the front. Okay?
It leads through the motor fibers, but it says central root.
Yeah, ventral root. And then the other thing that I needed to mention, was the fifth cervical vertebra. So let me grab one of those.
I'm so mad. Oh my god.
What?
I forgot to push the record button.
I used to do that with my guitar teacher. So this was like a little video at the end, and I'd always just take a picture. Just send it to the video, and then at the end, all the way through, and then I realized I have a nice picture. So here we have, this model shows, of course, the spinal cord, kind of like the others. But this model is really good at showing the meninges. And again, there's the three meninges. There's the dura mater, which is this white line here, number 19. That's the dura mater. On the outside of the dura mater is the epidural space. Epidural space, and it's filled with adipose tissue. So that's it right here. You'll see the little adipose and little droplets there. Okay, that's the epidural space. If a woman's going to get an epidural at birth, needle goes right in there, and they deliver the anesthetic into that adipose, and it just kind of gets absorbed. So that's the dura mater right there. Right behind it is the green line, number 20, and that's the arachnoid mater. And then finally, the pia mater is the gray line that's literally kind of just around the outside of the spinal cord itself. It's stuck to it like saran wrap, plastic wrap. Now, right between this arachnoid mater and the pia is this little space with sort of green arrows kind of thing, and that's the subarachnoid space, right in there. Subarachnoid. Does anybody remember what is contained in the subarachnoid space? What is it? What's in there? Yeah, cerebrospinal fluid, CSF. Okay, make sure you remember, cerebrospinal is one word. Cerebrospinal. It's not cerebral spinal. It's one word. So, yeah, so work with those three and see if you can identify these structures that we just went through and pass that nerve quiz along.